It's me again. It's been a while since I've been here because it's been um, crazy with this whole coronavirus situation. So much to say, and not able to articulate what I really want to express. It's a hard time for everyone, and I just wanted to come on here to vent my anger. Doesn't look like I'm angry, but when I start laughing, it means I'm really pissed off at the attitude that some people have been having. Now, I could talk about the people that still continue on with their lives. Obviously, there are people that still have to go out to work um, and do that, but they go with the sole purpose of going to work, doing their thing, and then they go back home. Then there are others that are completely oblivious to what's going on around in the world, and they just go out for little walks in groups. I've seen them. I stand here in the kitchen having my morning coffee. I look out the window and there's like a group of four people walking around, and then they'll meet another two and they'll stop and they'll say, "Good morning, how are you?" It's wonderful. And you see them walking into the shopping center down the road to buy their daily bread, and they don't have masks, they don't have gloves, they're just carrying on like nothing's going on. I'm not here to vent that about that. I'm here to vent about something that's going on in the kids' school. I don't know what it's like around the world, um, but here what's happened is a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, they sent us an email just saying basically that it's a hard time for everyone, and because of it, we have to all, you know, stick together and move forward and help one another. And the monthly school fees will still remain the same, and but the only thing you won't be paying is for food. Whoever had food from school, you don't have to pay for the activities, obviously, like the sports activities and stuff, and any extracurricular activities at the school. You don't have to pay for any of that. So, but they said it like it's a big saving. It's a big deal what we're doing. We're giving you back all this money you don't have to spend. And they were so just matter of fact, cold, and I think to a certain extent arrogant to not include somewhere in this email. Um, Look, this is we're going through something that we don't quite know how to handle. In regards to the school fees, we are still deciding, even if they hadn't, we are still deciding on what to do. And we are reevaluating school fees. Feel free to contact us for any information, or if there are any doubts, please email us with your concerns and we will revise them or and then address them as we best see fit. They didn't do any of this. They didn't write any of this in the email. They just said, this is how it was. You have to keep paying school fees, blah, 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 blah. Full stop. Now, they've sent this email just before we have to pay April, which is rather convenient for them. And I can understand paying still for April. I am living in Portugal, so we pay everything monthly here, which makes no sense to me because I I pretty much grew up in Australia, and in Australia we had terms and everything was paid in terms, and um, wages were paid weekly. So this monthly thing is all very beyond my comprehension. But anyway, so school fees are paid monthly, and and they've sent this email just before we have to pay for our monthly April school fees. I have 3 kids. We have a business to run where the money is not going to be coming in because my other half is at home. He is in the medical field, and the clinics had to close down. The only work that is being done is urgencies and emergencies, and that is not his area, although if he was to do it, he would, but it's not his area. So there is absolutely no income coming in. I'm not getting anything either. And I think it's a slap in the face. It's spitting in people's faces. It's vomiting on people. And pardon my French, shitting all over people who are in a situation that is less fortunate than we are. I consider myself lucky, and who are not going to be able to, or should I say, will have to choose between paying for groceries or paying for school, or you get what I'm saying? I think it is an absolute lack of respect for the people who are paying, because at the end of the day, school is a business, full stop. You can argue with this, you can argue with me about this. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there listening to this, or not, maybe just a few, who might think I'm absolutely crazy, but trust me, I might be. But in this situation, I think it's ludicrous. I think it's absurd. I think it's just, there are no words for it, actually. This is why I was saying I have no words. I cannot articulate this situation. How can you not sit down, the board of directors of the school, sit down and say, all right, let's analyze the situation. This month we're going to be closed completely, which means there is going to be no school, which means that the kids are going to be at home with their parents, and they're going to have to be homeschooled. And some parents have to do work from home, whatever you call it in English or in English speaking countries. You know what I mean? So they have to do the work that is usually done in a school. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we're just paying for someone else to take care of our kids. We are doing that, okay? But I am not a teacher, and a lot of people feel the same way. And if I have to sit at home and work from my computer and on my phone, then I'm probably not going to have 100% mental capacity to also take care of my kids going through school and sitting there and do work with them and whatever else they have to do. Now, there's another situation here, which is the school is closed. There are no virtual classrooms going on in this school. My kids, thank God, are not in primary yet. They're all in, one of them's in kindy, the other one is kindy, and the tiny little one, she's still in like baby school, baby school. And she, you know what I mean? Like, so all that is stopped. What I was initially paying for has stopped. Their services has completely stopped for me. So I think, and a lot of people are in the same situation. A lot of parents are in the same situation. So if there is a contract that is signed by both parties and part of it is not being, part of the contract not being met, I'm sorry, that's a breach of contract. Stop. It's a breach of contract, okay? I'm not saying, now listen to me, people, I'm not saying you have to stop paying completely. I'm not saying that, because obviously these things, there are still things that need to be paid for, maintenance. I mean, I would like to eventually, when all this stuff goes away and there is a vaccine, and the world goes back to, normal, the normal, well, it's not normal anymore, hey? Normal means the norm, majority, and the majority is now not going to an actual physical job. They're doing everything from home. So, well, when this whole virus thing is over and kids return to school, well, what I'm saying is I would like them to eventually, when this is all over, that they return to school, um, to that sort of environment where they are with their friends, where they are with, the teachers that they love, and they miss them now that they're at home. They don't see their friends, they don't see their teachers, and they're not learning new things. They're not. So I'm venting because I'm really pissed. How can you not sit down and discuss? Okay, hang on a second. Well, they're not getting the service. Maybe we should give them a bit of a reduction in the monthly school fees. How about that? Maybe that's the right thing to do. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Don't you think that's the right thing to do? I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. So that's my little vent. I'm really pissed off about this now. The other thing I'm pissed off about is that we've created a group for all the parents in the schools to have a parent kind of association, which I think every school should have, and this one didn't. So we're in the process of formalizing this parent association, which is good. But a lot of the parents, well, there are a few parents that I really question where these people are living at the moment, and I would really love to be smoking whatever it is they're smoking, or taking the pills that they're taking, because I have no other explanation for it, and apart from they're completely living in a parallel reality, which is probably what's happening. And they've mixed themselves up now. They're back here, and they don't realize they're back here. They think they're still in the other way, in the other world. I don't know. In the other reality, I mean. Apart from that, you have ones that are just. Now, I hate to call people names. I really do. But I have to. But I have to. I've stopped reading, what is going on in the group, in the WhatsApp group, because it's not good for my heart. It's not good for my heart. I can't take it anymore. I can't take so much stupidity in one freaking chat group. I can't deal. Can't deal. Can't deal. I'm done. So that's, I had to stop. I had one guy. Oh man, I'm not even going to comment. I'm not even going to comment. Just seriously, people, how is it possible that people can be so dot 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 dot, you fill in the blanks. I don't know. You'd think that in today's society, this day and age, with the amount of movies and series and internet and all the information that's going on, that people would somehow not do certain things or say certain things because you see it in a movie or in a series and you're like, yeah, what an idiot, what a dick. And then they're exactly like I was oh my God. The best one was one person actually last night, 1:15, sent a message to the whole group because there was going, interesting conversation was happening, and a lot of points were being brought up. And this one person at 1 in the morning says, look, you're going to have to stop sending messages because even though I have turned off the notifications, the light that goes on in my mobile is distracting, and I have a kid that wakes up really early, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Watch. See what I just did there? You see what I did? You go. It's on. No more light. Okay, now I'm just rambling on. There's another guy that said something just absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. It was a nugget, of just absolute arrogance. Arrogance. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Like, and there's another one that was like, well, people put their kids into school because they can. No shit, Sherlock. Except this is an extraordinary situation that nobody was prepared for. If I'd have known that this was going to happen, I wouldn't have had 3 kids. Believe me. Anyway, I've had enough venting. I'm sure I'm going to piss a lot of people off with this. Or maybe there's a lot of people that are not going to understand what I'm saying, and why I'm so angry. Doesn't look like it, does it? Yeah, just had to vent out all this situation. Let me know what your thoughts are. Actually, like I said, I don't expect them to say, listen, don't pay at all. And I would expect to pay the month of April because this was kind of thrown on them. They had no choice in the matter. Government said closed, they closed, full stop. They had no choice. So April, I'm okay with. Now, May, June, July, and as it turns out, I think they should be also talking about the possibility of September, October, November, December, because I don't think schools are going to be opening up for the rest of the year, seriously. But for the short-term period, May, June, July, I don't think it's fair that they would be asking for the full school fee that they ask normally. I think there should be a reduction, and they should also, right now, at this very moment in time, start discussing what will happen for September, October, November, December. Because I read one of the parents in the group was saying, oh no, we should just discuss that when the 9th of April comes along. I know it's 1 week away, and that's when the government was going to reevaluate whether the school should open or not. The peak here in Portugal looks like is going to be only in end of May. We are in April, and so I don't think schools are going to be opening anytime soon. And for that reason, they should start now reevaluating everything, organizing themselves so that when the 9th of April comes and they get that notice, hey, you're going to stay closed, they'll say, okay, we've thought about this, we've discussed it, we've planned as much as we can with the time that we've had. This is what's going to happen. And just as usual, that doesn't happen here in Portugal. They leave everything onto the very last second, not even minute, second, and then they scurry around like crazy headless chickens trying to sort everything out and putting band-aids on top of things so that they can sort out, try and least minimize the problem. Can't do that. You can't do that. It's messing with people's lives. And unfortunately, that's comes from the top. So what can you do? What can you do? But anyway, it's a lovely rainy day today. I'm in the hope that all this rain is washing all the asphalt and washing all the roads and stuff, which is good. And yeah, that's about it really. Had to vent it. Sorry. Well, if you didn't want to listen to it, you could have just stopped at any point. So there you go. I can breathe now. I can go back to organizing some more activities for the kids, which is usually accompanied by a glass of red wine. I'm so not school teacher material. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is taking all their proper precautions to stay safe, you and your families. And I just want to wish you all, give you all guys like a huge, big virtual hug. And hope you're doing well and just all the best. All the best. That's all you can hope for. And I know this sounds so bloody corny, but we're all in this together. So have fun. Have as much fun as you can. I know I'm going to be having lots of fun with some of the messages from this parent group on WhatsApp. Well, actually, I'm going to stop reading all the messages for a while just to calm down. But anyway, so stay safe. Hope you guys are all well, and God bless. Take care. Mwah.